Well, another southern Colorado community sounding the alert about heroin. Cañon City Police say they're dealing with the drug problem almost every week. Only on 13, what they're doing to stop the problem before it gets as out of control as it is in other Colorado cities. We've shown you the problem in Colorado Springs and Pueblo.
Is that a 45?
Looks like it.
And now, Cañon City.
And they come up through the major cities and then they get distributed out to the smaller towns.
The community of fewer than 20,000 is feeling the impact of heroin.
We are seeing in our overdose cases an increase in heroin. We are seeing an increase in cases where we're recovering drugs on the street, that more of those drugs are heroin.
The powerfully addictive and dangerous drugs claiming lives here.
She was found by her landlord and she was already deceased.
Sergeant Timothy Walsh says heroin deaths in the city are rare, but officers are finding the drug almost every week.
Frankly, I'm kind of shocked. I lived through the scourge of heroin abuse a generation ago, and I never thought it would come back.
Here in Cañon City, the police chief says most users are between the ages of 20 and 30. They cover all income levels, from poverty to wealthy. And he says to keep this problem from growing any worse, his department's focused on education.
We're trying to inform the community as much as we can that this drug is dangerous, it's deadly. We've had it in the past, a couple of overdose death cases.
And a couple is far fewer than what Colorado Springs and Pueblo have seen. 84 in Colorado Springs since 2012, 36 deaths in Pueblo. Cañon City's seen those numbers and the gang violence tied to it, and officers want to keep it out of their town. Public education helped rally the community to bring in this police dog to help find heroin and other illegal drugs.
Our canine program is completely funded by donations. No taxpayer money goes into our canine program.
The police chief says the latest spike in heroin can be blamed on prescription painkillers called opioids, and the American Society of Addiction Medicine agrees. It found the most recently confirmed numbers show 259 million opioid prescriptions were written in 2012 alone. That's more than enough to give every American adult their own bottle of pills. 4 out of 5 new heroin users started out misusing those prescription painkillers. For Cañon City, the message is clear. Stop the problem now with education efforts along with enforcement, or face the consequences later.
If you see something, give us a call. If you have a child that might be using heroin, please do what you can immediately to get assistance for your kid. And we'll be glad to provide any information that we can. But we're here to help both to provide information and in enforcement.
And officers say a big benefit for them is the small size of the town. People in the community watch out for each other. And officers know the at-risk kids personally. They try to work with them, steering them away from the wrong path.